an important decision like the Brown versus Board of Education decision, and you see that our Supreme Court, despite public pressure and lawmakers' pressures, got it right. When you see that the reaction to that decision was so controversial that 81 members of Congress, for example, filed a resolution calling for the impeachment of Chief Justice Earl Warren, saying he was a judicial activist. When a 1954 Georgia governor said that, the decision was an abomination and it wasn't God's will to mix the races, you learn so much from that, because those are the same arguments that are now being used to oppress gay people. And because history did turn out correctly, that's an inspiration, the Brown versus Board of Education decision, that our fight is worth the fight and that we will ultimately prevail. The Human Rights Campaign references the Brown versus Board of Education decision on a regular basis as a roadmap, as a blueprint for the message we are trying to take to America, that we are always better and always stronger when we are united. When we look to our left and we look to our right and we see standing shoulder to shoulder with us in our fight, the GLBT community's fight for equality, Coretta Scott King, Congressman John Lewis, who marched on Washington, the Mall with Martin Luther King, the Leadership Conference on Civil Rights, the NAACP, Julian Bond, Wade Henderson, the list goes on and on. We take extraordinary comfort when they will stand with the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender community and say, this is wrong. America is repeating the mistakes of the past. We should not go down that road of marginalizing or oppressing fellow Americans because of differences. That is incredibly inspiring and gives our fight for rights extraordinary strength. And Brown continues to stand as the hallmark of helping this country see the good that came out of that decision in uniting us as a country, and how much worse off we would have been as a country had the Brown decision never came down. On the historic 50th anniversary of the Brown versus Board of Education decision, when this country saw for the first time true meaning to the Equal Protection Clause of the Constitution, treating all people equally, it is sadly ironic that our president and others now want to take this vessel of freedom and change it into a tool for discrimination by literally writing an exception into the Equal Protection Clause and saying some Americans are not worthy of equal treatment. I think that once you start fighting for your own rights and you feel the impact of discrimination and oppression on your own life, and you see the impact, as I have, on the person I love and our two children, I think you understand with greater significance, and I think the entire gay community understands with far more significance, the incredible work of those leaders and those ordinary people who came before us and who fought similar battles for respect and dignity and equal treatment. And although our battles may be different, because our battles may be based on skin color or our cultural backgrounds or the God we worship or the people we love, there is a common thread that unites us, and that is stopping a group of people from marginalizing or oppressing any Americans because of their differences.